Hi guys, Kim here at Olive City Homestead, and it is February 7th today. Despite the fact that we've had a lot of cold, wet, just dark, gloomy weather for several weeks, we've had a break. A break of several days now where it's been relatively warm in the mid 60s Fahrenheit and sunny, and I am sure enjoying it, and the plants are too. And I'm going to take you around and show you some of the flowers, some of the winter crops that are still looking great, some of the bulbs that are starting to come up, you know, just signs of spring. And for me, and I think for a lot of people, seeing that type of thing happening in your yard, in your garden, even just as you walk around your neighborhood or nearby park or river, it really gives you a lot of hope for the days ahead, for better times, better weather, just better everything. I know there are some people that love winter, but I don't happen to be one of them. Of course, it has its perks, but by and large, I much prefer spring, summer, and fall to winter. So I'm really happy to share with you today some signs of spring. Can you hear the bees? They love this huge rosemary bush. I kind of like it too. Look at those gorgeous purple blossoms. The osteospermum and the alyssum are both enjoying the spring warm weather. Gazanias and alyssum. The chickens are always happy to help me out if I find a few weeds somewhere. They're all looking happy on this sunny February afternoon. And why shouldn't they be? They have the life. Don't you, ladies? You just have the life. So here is a big spring project. These plants, and they are bearded irises, were here when I moved here 8 years ago. One of the very few flowers that was planted here. And I don't know why they were planted in the way they were, or if they spread, but half of them are under the deck. This old pool deck. So I'm going to be digging them out this week and dividing them and planting them where they can actually grow, because they are a beautiful, beautiful purple and yellow bearded iris, but half of them can't grow because of the deck. Now, I've had a few people contact me about the strawberry tree, and they were wondering if the strong winds that broke my variegated pink lemon tree had affected the strawberry tree, because granted, it doesn't look that sturdy, but actually it is very sturdy. It has a nice, solid, thick trunk, and this didn't suffer any damage. You know, I thought that the blossoms, those gorgeous dark pink blossoms that turn into, over the course of a full year, the strawberry fruits, I thought the blossoms would all get blown off. But you know what? That didn't happen. On my other strawberry tree, there were about a dozen fruit that were ripe. You know, I was leaving them on for another day or two before I was going to pick them. And the strong windstorm did blow those off. But they weren't wasted because they were almost ripe. I just went out and picked them up, popped them in the freezer. Gonna do a video soon, actually, on making a smoothie with those strawberry fruit berries mixed in, because that's a great way to use them up. But yeah, they're doing just fine, and I'm gonna have dozens and dozens of strawberry fruits on this tree. Well, probably in the fall, because that's when these blossoms started, and they do take a year. And there is a definite first sign of spring. Look at those daffodils. So nice, so pretty. Definitely the first sign of spring around here. These started blooming on January 31st. And right behind them is my other strawberry tree. At a different stage of growth, but looking really healthy, sending out some new blossoms, and still has a couple of fruits. There's one there. I just picked this one up from the ground, and they're totally fine if they fall on the ground, as long as you get to them before the critters do. But yeah, sending out new blossoms. So the blueberries don't look like much right now, you would think, but if you get in close, then you start to see all the buds that are coming out. And this is all old growth, but the new green growth will be coming out soon too. And before you know it, we're going to have blueberries up and down this row of 6 raised beds. And I am excited about that because I love blueberries. The merit collards just keep getting bushier and taller, but I keep cutting them back. They don't like the winds of the winter, but they sure don't mind the cold temperatures. And they're doing fine with these warmer temperatures too. The white onions are all springing up looking good. The garlic I planted here looks really good. And this is a blueberry bush that's sending out its new buds. That's a gift for my daughter-in-law. And here we have a nice ornamental cabbage that's looking super pretty and actually sent out 2 separate heads, as well as some extra stuff on the side. And that cabbage is 2 years old, perennial. Next to some mint. Artichoke looking great. Carrots looking super healthy, almost ready to harvest. Thanks for joining me today, guys. Whatever the season and whatever the weather, where you are, nature has so much beauty to offer. Don't miss it. And remember, you can create the life you want, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Daffodils are so cheerful, aren't they?